Data Analytics and Edge Computing at University, Islamabad. There are too many research activities which will be very difficult to cover in these 10 to 15 minutes. So I will mostly focus on my research lab, my team, that what we are doing. So here is the brief agenda that we are working actually on AI and use artificial intelligence to address different issues. Here you can see I'm listed among the top 2% scientists, and my earlier research area was wireless sensor network. Then onward we moved toward mobile networks, then Internet of Things, and then artificial intelligence, cyber security, and information security. We are collaborating with many institutions across the globe, and the positive thing is that they also provide us some support in terms of research funding, in terms of mobility, and as well as in terms of providing the resources for experiments as well. We also have some conferences. I am also working with the flagship conference of ONIT. Beside that, I am guest editor of a few special issues of CMC and IEEE journal. So why AI? If we have a look, why AI is going too much as a buzzword and everyone is accepting this reality. If we have a look, actually this is the human intelligence which has been inculcated in machine. But machine is performing much better, and that's why we are going to make the machine more responsible, more intelligent, that it can take all those activities. If we have a look to the world, it's divided into post-COVID and pre-COVID world. And the post-COVID world is digitally more transformed as compared to pre-COVID world. So therefore, to prepare our next generation for digitally transformed world, we should adopt all those techniques in our teaching, in our research, and in our every activity, that they must enhance the capabilities of our teachers. Here, if we have a look now, the AI is also going to be more specialized. Specifically, there is artificial narrow intelligence that is more specialized in a single field. Then a human-like intelligence, artificial general intelligence, that the robots might replace human being in multiple spaces, or you can say at multiple slots, where the survival of human being is not possible. And then onward, this is the stage we are almost close to, where artificial intelligence will bypass the human being, that is artificial super intelligence. And even Elon Musk is working on that, to implant the chip to make the superhuman as well, to handle or to work with this artificial super intelligence. And here is the reason, if we have a look, why AI is better. There are certain instant problems with the human being that include tiredness, they need sleep, they need food. Similarly, the decision capability of the human being is very different, early morning, midday, and then onward at the evening. While there is no such restriction on machines, that they may affect the decision of those machines. And that's the reason that the human-oriented or human means developed technology is moving behind the human being due to these issues. Now, here are certain research projects that I discussed, and as I mentioned earlier, this is a project in which we are actually working with the people with disabilities, and we simply look at their facial expressions, what kind of expression they have. Either they are fine with the exercise, they are fine with the lecture, the teacher is delivering, and similarly the responses about certain questions. Similarly, we can use the same technology in exams as well. While we give an assignment, a question to students, then what the response from the facial expression is beyond they open their mouth or express their feelings. Here is a project about fetal monitoring, as I mentioned earlier. This is supported by Pakistan Academy of Sciences. Here is a PhD work of my student, and that is the fault detection, early fault detection, because everything is going to be automated. So for example, if there is any failure, then some major disaster can happen if we didn't detect that failure very earlier. And if we detect that failure earlier, then it will be a very positive symptom to save the system from that disaster. Here is the agriculture development and food security. We are using computer vision as well, specifically to find out the diseases in those plants, and Internet of Things, as well as some sensor to collect data about the moisture, about the pesticide that may affect the plant breeding, and then onward the final food production and its quality. Then the role of cybersecurity, AI in cybersecurity is one of the important things, and it's especially it helps us through data analytics that what kind of attack may happen, which kind of packets are coming, which protocol has been used, and on which layer which activity is going beyond the normal behavior of that network. Here is with the education, and that is almost relevant to that project, as well as we are working on the smart classroom. We are using AI tool to even design the curricula as per requirement of the student. For example, the level of students at school level, at college level, at university level. So what kind of curriculum should be adopted at those levels? Then here you can see that we are actually using AI for the good. For the positive aspect in every field, we are using an example here is with respect to agriculture. As I mentioned earlier, we collect data, images, and then further analyze them through AI model to find out that what is the normal image and what is the problem with this image and what kind of disease may come at this crop. Then here are a few more projects related to IoT. As I mentioned earlier, this is again about smart agriculture. So look at this, this solution is based on IoT, and this IoT will gather data which will be analyzed through AI to predict the future and to take the decision accordingly. Then the air pollution, then the water quality monitoring, specifically it's even the human being which utilize the water from any source, and similarly the crops to which we provide those water. Then the cattle monitoring system, this is also about the dairy production which can be observed through this system as well. Then the waste management, which is also a big issue, and that project is also related to our city. We also got some funding from the local developer in Islamabad who are working on smart city project, that how we can have a smart type of waste management system. Here are the journal, as I mentioned earlier, the guest editor of these two special issues, and you are also invited to submit your paper because the call for this one is still open. Here are a few best paper award that my students actually won in different conferences. Here are a few research publications. As I mentioned earlier, this is the work of my PhD student, and he is working on industrial Internet of Things for early fault detection and its classification. This is blockchain-based security in unmanned vehicles, as well as autonomous vehicle, you can say, to control and to provide certain type of data to take decision or to predict about the future. Here are some more publications, again about industrial Internet of Things, and to detect early any type of attack that may happen in that network. Here are a few more publications you can see here in the journals and in the conference related to that. We also organize our own conferences, as well as we participated in different conferences as a keynote speaker, as a chair, as a program committee member, and a reviewer is very normal that we contribute to those. We also have some crash courses for our students related to data science, AI, that is 1 week or 2 week course. that we simply enable those students that they, with the regular subjects of the semester, they can register in that course and learn that new technology in a week. Here are the same thing. And here are our funding sources. We have funding from Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, United States, OIC, Kazakhstan, and the British Council. So we got funding from all these sources. Here is our team members. We have 5 PhD students and some master student and undergrad students. So the hardware work which is mostly shown here are the projects which are shown in this presentation have been done by undergrad students, and the research work has been done by master and PhD students. So we actually follow this code that AI will replace all those who don't know how to use AI. And therefore we are actually taking a motivation from this code that to equip our student with AI. So we are open for collaboration with you all, because together everyone achieve more. And thank you so much. And if you have any question, you can ask. Thank you.